Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Leopard!
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Nathan Shepard in there to make the tackle.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, here's Rudolph. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Rudolph. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Rudolph on third down. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to the ground now with Gordon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, here we go.
Here's Rudolph now on second down. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll lead here to a third down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. Well, trying to be bold on the opening drive of the game, but that effort, it proves futile.
How many times have we talked with coaches where they've talked about taking the emotion out of their decision-making? I think that opening drive, if he didn't have it in his head to go for it before, I think that keyed into it. They were doing so well, and he decided to really establish something there. They didn't get it. Now they've got to make sure that they don't lose their focus.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On play action, Winston. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you. And in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And, partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously, the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way, you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Rudolph looking to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Bills on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Derek Barnett in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. New York set to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Jameis on 2nd down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Gordon, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Open man is Westbrook, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Pass incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Out of the gun, Rudolph. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Ryan Allen now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Taken in at the 11. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing. And for some teams, it's a change in tempo. Usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They begin the drive with Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, even.
On 2nd down, Johnson. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now out come the Bills. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. Back to Buffalo after this. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Rudolph looking to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. Lucky 56.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. 3rd down here.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Rudolph going to throw again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to look deep and got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A gain of 39 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Jameis now on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now as we look down, it appears we've got a Jet shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Off the play fake, Winston going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And here come the Bills.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
All right, here we go.
On first down, it's Rudolph. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
On first down, Rudolph. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
All right, here we go. 319. Gun, gun. 319. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
Adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a second down throw for Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And it's complete. Hooper. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Play fake. Winston. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Noah Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Winston now. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Noah Spence in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Second down, Winston. Dumping it off for Johnson. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Winston. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Austin Hooper, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Rudolph. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Bills on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 11.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Back to throw, Rudolph. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Ryan Allen now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action now. Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills getting set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky pass.
Now Rudolph. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They're on to the second half now down in Miami. And that one pretty well wrapped up. The Bengals growing the lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
Gun! Detroit!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Jameis to throw it. That'll be taken in by Anderson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he gets it down to the 32. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. And look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Here's Winston. And it
is incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying,
oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The Bills on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 17. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Gun!
Fourth down, desperation time for Rudolph. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Winston now to throw on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, you know, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage. Now Winston. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Now Jameis on second down. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Watch it now, Barney!
After the interception, here's Rudolph. It's complete to his tight end, Charles Clay. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Hurry up, watch it now, Barney! 3-19!
3rd and 2, Rudolph. Open man has got one. It's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go! Green 39!
From the gun, here's Rudolph. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Barney! Blue 90! Detroit!
Rudolph throwing again. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Blue 90! Blue 90!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
No. Check. Patriot!
Rudolph. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest, you can draft the most athletic guys, but if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
This is Gordon. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think will help set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 with about the 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down with the...
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Vinny Curry. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Detroit, set, 3-19.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rudolph. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Hauschka's kick is good.
And the Bills are forced to settle for 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Winston here to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side as his guys are in for 6. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
One last throw here for Rudolph. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great.